Shalom, 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 shalom. I just kind of want to give you a little update on this shaman who was doing this ritual, this this kind of witchcraft ritual at the Davos, the WF, the World Economic Forum, yesterday. Now, I was kind of looking into the name of the tribe that she comes from, and the first thing I realized is that the tribe's name is a Hebrew name. Okay, as you can see from the title of this video and the title of the video I put up earlier, because I put up the video that I put up earlier, I actually mentioned it. I did say I actually mentioned the tribe by name, the Yawanawá tribes, shaman, witchcraft, does witchcraft, and what name of the video that I called it, but the video that I put up earlier today, I actually named the tribe, and that kind of stood out to me. The actual name of the tribe is from they're an Amazonian tribe from Brazil. It has a Hebrew name. So this was the woman. Right, this is what she said earlier. So that's what kind of stood out, right, for me, watching this video with her and what she was doing, basically. Let's put this on over here. So what she was doing. So what I realized, I was looking up the name because the tribe that she comes from. So her tribe has a Hebrew name. This is the tribe that she comes from in Amazon. Yawanawá, which I believe in the Hebrew. Now my Hebrew ain't that great, right? I leave that to the apostles, but I do try. Yah would mean he, wa would mean and Nawá would mean, I believe it's our. When you use one word, I think it means our, because I know when you say the Lord's Prayer, Abba Nawa, you're saying our Father in the Hebrew. Abba Nawa in the Hebrew. And the Nawa in the Lord's Prayer would mean our. So this is what I'm assuming, going from what I know, and if I'm wrong, I hope that the apostles or the elders or the others, the brothers, the elders of GMS or the apostles of GMS will correct me on that if I'm wrong in pronouncing what this part of the name means, Nawa. But as you can see, this is the tribe she comes from. Yah means he, Wa means and Nawa means our or us. I believe you can say us or our, all right? So it would say he and us, or he and our. And I believe it also, I'm not sure if it means beautiful. Let me just check something a minute. I mean, that's what really stood out for me. If I say beauty, I'm not sure if that's spelled the same way as well. So look at the word beauty a minute. Which tells me she's a definite Hebrew Israelite, that woman that did it, that shaman, and they're Israelite tribe, and they have a Hebrew name unto this day. That's the name of that tribe. Is it pronounced now? No, it's different. No, I'm just trying to look it up. But okay, because I got the Hebrew. I did actually put it up here, the alphabet here. So this is the name of the tribe, Yah. All right, which is the smallest character in the Hebrew, in what we call the modern Hebrew, right? Up there, it's the smallest character, Yah. Wa, character there, Yawa, and then here's the Na, and then Wa again. So Yawanawá, which I believe this says he, and our, or he and us. Okay, what it translates into, basically. So that's kind of what stood out. So I was kind of looking up the tribe today. Now, as you can see, Deuteronomy 28 curses, yokes of iron upon their necks. These are members of the Yawanawá tribe, where that shaman comes from. Um, as you can see, the curses was on them as well, because, like I said, they are Hebrew. They're an Amazonian tribe. They still have a Hebrew name. That's the name of the tribe, all right? It's a Hebrew name, the name of the tribe, and that's who they are. So, yes, 100%, she's doing some sort of ritual, witchcraft. She's doing the practice of the heathens, basically, as such. She's even painted her face and everything and that. And that's what she's doing. She's doing some practice of the heathens, right? Because I did a video earlier today speaking about this. It was a short video, 15-minute video. So that's her name. That's the name of the tribe. So I was kind of reading a bit of it here. So as you can see, yokes of iron around their neck. So if we was to just, for argument's sake, we know this, Deuteronomy 28:48, when we talk about the curses on the Native American Indian tribes, right? When it says here, therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall what? Put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he has destroyed thee. All right? That's one of the main curses that came upon our people. So, doing a little bit of reading about this tribe. Yeah, I'll deal with you later, darling. Doing a little bit of reading about this tribe here. As you can see, yokes of iron is upon their necks. Yokes of iron is upon their necks. All right. Those Israelites there. They are Israelites. They got a Hebrew. The tribe has a Hebrew name. All right. And I was kind of reading it. It was saying, it says, in the coming weeks, I plan to share some parts of the creation story of the Yawanawá. So they also know about the creation story. All right. They know about the creation story of the flood and everything, this tribe as well. All right. It says, these stories are part of a bigger creation story that has been passed on by the tribe for many generations, maybe even since the beginning of time. All right. It says, I would like to start by expressing my deepest gratitude. First of all, gratitude of our creator, called Sheni in the language of the Yawanawá, for giving us the opportunity to learn, explore, realize who we are and where we came from, so that we are all able to remember the creator and his magnificent creation. It says, second, I want to thank the Yawanawá, this beautiful tribe that called me in my dreams, my spiritual family, my brothers and sisters. This is the guy that's writing a story about them, basically. All right. So it says there, I just want to get to it. Here. Okay. So several times in the history of the tribe, the Yawanawá were at war with other tribes. There was a time of a great war, one of the greatest in the history of the tribe. This war lasted for a long time. There was a small break after the war. The leader who had started it and lost the war had a son, and the son, wanting to avenge his father's death, started the second great war. He said, even through those times, amidst many deaths, much hunger and thirst, and much sorrow and loss, all right? Part of the curses, where there was not much time and space for telling sacred stories. The stories were passed on and kept inside the tribe. Much gratitude for all the people who lived through the great wars of preserving these sacred stories. It said, when the white people, and this is what I want to, that's what I want to show you, so you can see we are these 100%. These are Israelites, all right. And like I said, the name alone of the tribe should tell you that, all right. Now, before I read this part here, remember what it says here. It says, because the Lord thou servest not, because thou, the Israelites, servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore shall thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall what? Shall send against thee in hunger, in nakedness, and in want of all things, and shall be put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, right? Talking about Esau, from far, from the ends of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, right? A nation of fierce continents which shall not regard the persons of old, nor show the favor to the young. Now, check this out. I'll just keep going back to that devil. So, yeah, as wicked as what she's doing is an abomination. She's an Israelite, right? But she is committing crimes of abomination by doing these rituals and these witchcraft that she's practicing. All right, especially with Esau. So this is what it says here. It says, when the white people came, so when Esau came, right, and encountered this tribe, right, it says the rubber tappers entered the territory, right, because rubber was the main commodity of the time. It says the tribe was said to be around 4,000 to 5,000 people strong. It said Mukavini, a great Yawanawá leader from the past, lived in a time when the tribe was only aware of some neighboring tribes. It says, on his deathbed, he received a vision that another tribe living on the other side of the great water would come and enter their territory through the river. Now, that other tribe is talking about the Edomites, the tribe of Esau, right? This is the vision that he had. I'm here, right? It says, on his deathbed, the leader, he received a vision that another tribe living on the other side of the great water would come and enter their territory through the river and look for a Seringuria, the rubber tree, right? Which is the name of the rubber tree. I plan to share the story of Mukaveni and his vision later here on the Substack. It says the Industrial Revolution in the Western world had demands that only natural rubber could satisfy. For example, cars and planes needed rubber for their wheels. At that time, rubber was found in the Amazon forests of South America. The rubber industry, which grew rapidly in the Amazon, called for a high amount of local labor. As the industry grew, labor shortages increased. What happened is the Indians, right, which are the Israelites, were basically, see that, enslaved by rubber barons. Abuse, killing, systematic brutality were widespread. In some areas of the Amazon, the rubber tap industry wiped out 90% of the indigenous population. All right. It says the Yawanawá were forced to work in those times in exchange for being able to meet their own basic needs. This is a massacre that is hardly talked about in modern history. Like, these devils don't want to remind themselves of the wickedness they did to our people. So this is the picture here. It says a man tapping a rubber tree. Latex is gathered from the trees by making a cut in the bark and collecting the runny sap in the cups. Now they did the same thing to the Israelites in the Congo, right, under the Belgian regime, under King Leopold, right, because rubber was found all throughout the Congo. So the same things they was doing to the Israelites here in the Amazon, right, amongst this particular Israelite tribe, the Yawanawá, they was doing to Israelites in the Congo, right, for the same product, for rubber. It says here, it says the time and wealth of the rubber barons in Brazil started to end when an Englishman smuggled a box of rubber trees out of Brazil in 1876. The English then planted the rubber trees in their colonies in Malaysia, Sri Lanka, and tropical Africa. On the new plantations, the rubber trees were more easily accessible with the trees standing in the rows of large fields. In the Amazon, the rubber trees were scattered across the forest wherever Mother Nature had planted, and the workers have to walk long distances in deep forest to find and tap the trees. It says here, it says, so jump down to a bit here. Hold on. So this is when the devil came with white Christianity. It says here, around this time, missionaries came into Yawanawa's territory with the goal of converting souls to Christianity, to white Jesus. They held the belief that these indigenous people were savages and forbade the Yawanawas to use their language, tell their stories, use their medicines, and hold their ceremonies and rituals. The missionaries considered all of these practices to be pagan, and the church preached that they came and the church preach that they came from the devil. Right? You see how the devil works? They said these people are the devil, and these people were truly the children of Israel. Where it was the actual devil that came to them from afar. It says the missionaries played a clever game, Esau. They built schools and provided health care for the tribe, but when a tribe member would not live by church rules, the missionaries would exclude their children and family from schooling and health care. The result of those decades was that the tribe almost completely lost its traditions, languages, wisdoms, connections with the plants, medicines, ceremonies, rituals, stories, right? In the 1970s, the tribes had only a shocking 120 people left, showing very high rates of alcoholism, which is what they did to Native American Indians in the Americas, as well as a social and cultural breakdown. All right. It says during the time of the missionaries, just a few elders held the knowledge inside of them. It is because of Tata, right, Yawanawá, which is another Hebrew, as you can see, name, Ramadou, and some others that can now tell these stories. Much gratitude for these elders who kept those stories inside their hearts, understanding the truth and importance of them and passing them sometimes in secrecy on to the next generation. So it kind of goes on and talks about the stuff that they were talking about. So this is the tribe here today. All right. As I said, it says, sorry, there's another part I want to read. Tips and connection. Uh, trying to think, was it in here? I was reading it. We have some sometimes I think it was passing. Find it. There's another part I want to kind of read out. Oh, here it is here. So they made a film. It was at the bottom. They made a film about Esau, right? So this man that came and lived with them to find out about their history and everything. This is the film they made about Esau regarding when he first encountered this tribe. Now look at the title of this film that this documentary maker called it, Embrace of the Serpent. So what is Esau referred to as symbolically in the Bible as the serpent? We go back to Genesis, right? Just look at the word serpent in the Bible. Oops, sorry. If I can spell it right. Right. Esau is symbolically known as the serpent in the Bible. So in Genesis 3:1, it says the serpent was the shrewdest of the wild animals the Lord God had made. One day he asked the woman, did God really say you must not eat the fruit from any of the trees in the garden? So who's this talking about? It's talking about Esau. These are the Edomites. It says, you won't die, the serpent replied to the woman. All right. So Esau is referred in the Bible to being the serpent, right? In several places, even these missiles are referred to as a serpent as well. But there's another place here, Isaiah 27:1. In that day, the Lord Yahweh will take his terrible swift sword and punish Leviathan, talking about Esau, the Edomites, and the swiftly moving serpent, the coiling, rivering serpent. He will kill the dragon of the sea. Now, this is talking about Esau, the Edomites. All right. Revelations 12:9. This great dragon, the ancient serpent called the devil, Esau, right? Once again, or Satan. These are the different names that he's referred to into the Bible as, the so-called white man. The one deceiving the whole world, Esau, was thrown down to the earth with all his angels. Okay, so this is from the NLT, it's showing us. It's fine. Revelations 20:2. He sees the dragon, talking about Esau, the Edomites, that old serpent, because the dragon is the Roman Empire. Esau, these Edomites, this is the recognized Roman Empire. It says that old serpent, right? The Edomites, who is the devil, Satan, and bound him in chains for 1,000 years. Right. So the dragon, as we know, is the Roman Empire. The Edomites, the Roman Empire was ruled by Edomites. I think roughly right up until the first century, to the end of the first century AD. All right, around 100 AD. The Edomites that were ruling the Roman Empire came to an end around that time, but the Roman Empire was still in power as such. So we know that the creators of the Roman Empire are Edomites, right? It talks about the 12 Caesars from Julius Caesar going all the way down to Domitian. So I think, yeah, Julius Caesar, Augustus, Tiberius, Nero, Caligula, then Nero, Claudius, Caligula, Nero. Then you had the year of the four emperors, Galba, I think it's Galba, Bitilius, Otho, and Vespasian. And then the sons of Vespasian, Domitian, and Titus. I believe that was the 12. They call them the year of the 12 emperors, basically. All right. So that's the serpents. That's what it's talking about. So what got me as well when I was reading this is that they made a film. They made a film called Embrace of the Serpent. See, it says there, if you'd like to learn more about the history of the indigenous tribes in the Amazon, which are Israelites, and the influences of the rubber industry and the missionaries, right? The wicked white supremacist Christians, I would recommend you watch the movie and documentary Embrace the Serpent. It gives a clear view of the effect of European Edomites, colonization of the Amazon, and might bring a deeper appreciation of which times these stories have survived. So that kind of caught my eye as well when I see that he made the actual film that he made is called Embrace of the Serpent. He's referring to those European colonizers, those Edomites, as serpents, right? The documentary maker of this film here, all right? This is the actual film here. We're not going to play any of it. See, it says, this is it here, Embrace of the Serpent, right? This is the film here. You can actually get to it and watch it straight from the Thingabub channel. But that caught my eye as well, to be quite honest. But the beautiful thing about all of this is that, yeah, she is definitely doing some ritual, some abomination ritual that I spoke about earlier in what was it? I was talking about this earlier in the book of, was it First Corinthians or Second Corinthians? Hold on, find it. I think it's Second Corinthians chapter 33. I spoke about this earlier. She's basically doing what King Manasseh doing. King Manasseh was an Israelite king that brought all of these abominations back into the kingdom of Judah, the southern kingdom, after his father Hezekiah died, basically. And this is what he did. That's why it says there. But did that which, it says, Manasseh was 12 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 55 years in Jerusalem, but did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord, like unto the abominations of the heathens. And that's what she's doing. She's doing the abominations of the heathens, whom the Lord had cast out before the children of Israel. And then it kind of talks about it here when it says, and he caused his children to pass through the fire in the valley of the son of Hinnom. And we know many of the Native American Indians were doing that amongst their people, especially in South America, like the Aztecs, right? It says, also he observed the times and used enchantments, this is here, and used enchantments and witchcraft, and dealt with familiar spirits and wizards, right? He wrought much evil in the sight of the Lord to provoke him to anger. And that's what she is doing, right? But that's what she is doing. But she's an Israelite. They are Israelites, but they are committing the acts of the heathens. They're doing an abomination. But what I wanted to bring out is that the name of the tribe, it has a Hebrew name. Up until today, they still have the same name that they've been known as from when they've been known as a tribe in the Amazon, right? Which is Yawanawá. That's the name of this tribe here that she comes from, this shaman comes from. It has a Hebrew name. And that is the kind of, like I said, that's what I really wanted to bring out, is to show you that, look at that boy, just to show you that these people are the Israelites. Even though she's committing an abomination and witchcraft, they are Israelites. They went through the same curses as us. As you can see, the yokes of iron around their necks. They went into slavery as well, and they was taken down by the serpent, the Edomites. All right. So just kind of really wanted to bring that out, boy, because it really kind of stood out to me, boy, what was going on there. Let me quickly bring out this precept here. Adam Nana, Isaiah 19:3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fall in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to their idols and to their charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. All right. So this kind of quick one I wanted to do on this one here, because I want to see if I can put up another video today, because I didn't get to go out on the highways and hedges today, because the weather wasn't up for it today at all, basically as such. But yeah, so hopefully we'll be back out on the highways and hedges next week, and that. So yes, I just kind of wanted to bring this up today and just kind of show that. Look at that boy. That's the name of her tribe. She's the main head shaman of the tribe, and the tribe has a Hebrew name, as you can see, Yawanawá. That's the Hebrew name of the tribe. And as I showed you here, Yah, smallest character. See it here? Yah. If I can make this bigger. Yah, Wa. Then you've got it here. Na, Wa. That's the name of their tribe that she comes from. 100% the Hebrew Israelites, that tribe, as you can see, as such, yeah? 100% the Hebrew Israelites. So anyway, so on that note, hopefully I'm going to come back out another video again later on tonight in a couple of hours' time. So stay tuned as such. So I just pray you were edified by this little bit of edification I kind of wanted to bring out to you guys, so that you can see, basically, that, you know, they're Israelites, 100%. They've, like I said, they've still got their Hebrew name. We had to give ourselves Hebrew names, right? When we came into the truth. They're not in the truth, but they have Hebrew names. And this is when we talk about Israelites that will be delivered. When we look at tribes like this, these people, right, will probably be delivered, because they're so far from their heritage. They've been so lost that for you to get this word that's going to go, for you to bring this word to them in the middle of the Amazon, it's going to be literally impossible, because what did they try to bring to them? White Jesus. They brought the missionaries come to give them white Jesus. They don't know the truth. So these are the sort of Israelites, when you hear the apostles talk about that, this word wouldn't have directly have gotten to them, that will more likely be delivered, even though they're going on with this madness, right? They probably will be delivered, because this word hasn't reached them. They're so far still in the Amazon, still living amongst their people as such. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. So, but Holy Benoit, they have a Hebrew name, and that's always been the name of the tribe. Yah-wah, na-wah. And you think, when you say Yahweh, right? Yah, he, Hawa means to be, right? Or we say Yahweh Shai, Yah means he, Hawa Shai means delivered. As you can see, Yawanawá. That's the name of this tribe. So anyway, well, praise and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. I pray this lesson was edifying. Hopefully we're back on it later on again today. So I say keep posted on that. So as I always have to say, keep praying, keep safe, repent, and truly hold on to this word, boy, because our people are everywhere, and the Lord is gonna deliver the elect. And Holy Minute, well, even though she's going on with that, she could be still part of the elect, because she has no clue. They're probably, because they completely tried to eradicate their history from them, as I read in this thing, they didn't want them to learn about their history. As we read here, they was when they said that for them to get the benefits that these devils were giving them, they had to remove them from their history. That's why when I read here, it says around this time missionaries came to the Yawanawá territory with the goal of converting souls to what? To white Jesus, Christianity. They held the belief that these indigenous people were savages, and they forbade the Yawanawá to use their language. So they probably spoke some form of Hebrew, tell their stories, because it was always oral, the stories told down about their ancestors, use their medicines, hold their ceremonies and rituals, and they probably still had some Hebrew ceremonies and rituals that they were still doing. Do you understand? Mixed up with the heathen rituals that you see them doing. It says the missionaries considered all of these practices to be pagan, and the church preached that they came, and the church preached that they came from the devil. This is what the devil did. Came and said they were the devil. This is what Esau did. The missionaries played a clever game. That's fucking, sorry, my language. That's Esau. They built schools and provided health care for the tribe. But when the tribe member would not live by the church rules, by white Jesus's rules, the missionaries would exclude the children and family from schooling and health care. The results of those decades was that the tribe almost completely lost its traditions. That's always Esau's aim, for you to forget your whole history. So they almost completely lost its traditions, language, wisdom. Whoops, what happened there? Sorry, come back. The result of those decades was that the tribe almost completely lost its traditions, language, wisdom, connections with the plants, medicines, ceremonies, rituals. So some of those ceremonies would have been kosher, like proper Hebrew ceremonies, right? And stories. In the 1970s, the tribe had only a shocking 120 people left, showing very high rates of alcoholism, as well as social and cultural breakdown. That's what the devil does when he comes. He completely destroys you as a people. That's what he does, completely, completely. So they're definitely Israelites, 100%. You know, like I said before, she is going on with some sort of heathenistic ritual that she's doing with Esau there and his other nations. But they have been destroyed as a people, as you can see, and they would have lost a lot of their cultural Hebrew ceremonies that they would have been practicing. That is completely being eradicated, basically, as such. Yeah. So anyway, I pray you edified, as I like to say. Kau halal, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Basham, Rakah, Kodash, the bloodness to the apostle, the elders, the great millstone. I would say, keep praying, keep safe, repent, and hold on to this truth, boy. But yeah, that's who they are. Yeah, definitely 100% Israelites. Shalom.